Hi, it's Lala Flower Girl here. Welcome back to another Islands flower tutorial video. So today I'm going to go way back to the beginning and start with some basics, and I have done these videos before, but my layout was a little bit different, so I'm going to bring it up to speed on the Zero Mundane layout, so to try and explain it and make it a little bit smaller than my big farm and easier to understand, I hope. I'm trying my best here because it's a bit weird, but hopefully once you get it and you can just like be amazed like I was. So we're going to start and do 3 different types. We're going to do lilies, daisies and hyacinths, because in Zero Mundane we need 3 different types. So we're going to start with that. So with our lilies we have 3 natural spawns. So they've got yellow, red and blue. So the yellow one is used for decoration and colouring, and it's a natural spawn. It's always fertile, as are all natural spawns. They're only ever fertile. You can get non-fertile yellows, but they are limited and rare and getting to be quite expensive. So if you were here during the butterfly festival, you may have some. So that is a way of getting them. Yeah, just have to buy non-fertiles if you want, but they are limited. We can't make yellows, and we don't actually use it for breeding, so unless you want mundane, then you can use it. Now the red and the blue, they are used in decoration and colouring and breeding. So the fertiles, say the red and blue fertile, again natural spawns, always fertile for the natural ones, but you can get non-fertile like the yellow in the red, and they are limited and rare as well from the butterfly festival or from the original flower update way back. So we do use them. We can't make any red ones, so we can't make a red flower, but they are good. They make black, so that's really handy because the black is used in 2 different combinations. So the blue one is also a natural spawn, and it's always fertile when it spawns, but we can make a non-fertile. We can actually make that one, but we need the cyan one with bees to make it. So we can get all the different colours from the basic natural spawns or from the ones that we buy from Fulco, so you don't actually have to go and spend lots of money on flowers. Flower shops will kill me for saying that, but you don't have to. You can, if you've got patience to do it, you can get them all through hardcore. But today I'm just going to show you a very simple layout for getting all of these. So the lilies that we can make are blue, black, cyan, dark green and mundane. So the dark green is, again, like the yellow, it's not used for breeding, but it's good for colouring and decoration. So let's put our layout down here. So we got our 2 rows here set up with a buffer in the middle, and that buffer is so that the 2 fertiles, so if we put our fertiles down here and here, these fertiles can find each other and make a new one, and are going to make it so that it will spawn here. So it will always spawn here, and that will also mean that it's too far away for the opposite one to reach. So this red one here can't reach the new spawn over here, and that's what we want. We don't want it to reach. If we don't have the buffer in here and they're too close together, then it will be able to reach it and it will make a mundane. You only ever get mundanes when it is the wrong combination. Basically, the wrong combination is the only time, or obviously with the bees, with the time of day and lag. So we're just talking about the non-bee ones at the moment, so this will guarantee that you get no mundane. So the other way that we have to do it is this way. We need 2 spaces in here as well, because again, if we put them close, they're just going to choose the wrong one. So we need to put 2 spaces in between like that. So there's 2 full spaces there. So we're going to do that down the row. We're just going to do that many, and yep, and then we might switch to the black ones, and again we need the spaces, because even though it's a different combination, it is the same flower. So we still need our spaces in here. So like that, and then I'm going to change and do a different combination again. I'm going to do the black and the blue, so we're going to need our spacing again like that, and then we're going to put our blue ones next to that. Okay, so that is basically going to give us cyan, dark green and black. Okay, that is how we do that layout, and the cyan ones need bees. So over here I've just got some trees set up in two different ways of laying out for bees. Now I don't have beehives here because my beehives are set up at the end of my farm there, and I'm not moving them for the video. So we just have use your imagination and pretend there is a beehive here and a beehive here. Okay, so we'll just pretend. So we got our same layout again. We have so we've got two in between, and that's that one. So we can do that, and that's that layout for the lily. Now we're going to move on to our daisies. So our daisies have two natural spawns. They are yellow and red. So we can't make yellows and we can't make red, but we can use both of these for making all of these. So, and they're quite common. You'll get them on your island wherever you've got grass. You'll get red and yellow. So they're both used in breeding. So we use two yellows to make the white one. We use a red and a white to make the cyan, which will need bees. We use the two cyan to make dark green, and then we use the dark green and the white to make light green. And then the light green is not used for breeding, that's used in colouring and decoration. So I'm going to get out my daisies and I will add them in. So we need our red and our white, our yellow, our dark green and our cyan. Okay, so we'll start with the most common one, and that is the yellow. So I'm going to put in some yellows. So I'm going to put them next to the lilies, which will also mean that there's 1, 2, 3 spaces, or 2 spaces in between each. So we will put that down there. And then I'm going to do a different combination. So I'm going to do the dark green and the white, because that will give me light green. So we'll do a few of those, and down here. And then that last one, because I've only got 2 of the cyan, we'll put 2 cyan in there. So that's a way of doing that. So yeah, the cyan's a bit harder to get hold of because of the rarity of the fertile. But yeah, and it's quite expensive if you wish to buy them. So we need to set up our daisy combination here, which is red and white. So that's going to go near the bees to give us our cyan, and there we have that. So that is that one there. Alright, now on to the hyacinths. So the hyacinths also have 3 natural spawns, being yellow, red and blue, and all of these are used in breeding, which is awesome. And we cannot make the yellow one, so the yellow one is the only one we cannot make, but it is the most useful because it's used in 3 different combinations. And if you do get a non-fertile yellow, it is from the Butterfly Festival or the original flower update. So we can go on and we can use 2 yellows to make red, we use a yellow and a red to make light green, and we use a yellow and a light green to make orange, and we use 2 blues to make cyan. So we've got all these colours here, and then the light green is not used for breeding, it's just for decoration and colouring, and obviously mundanes as well. Okay, so now let me get out my hyacinths and we'll add them in. So we need our yellow, our red, our orange, our light green and our blue. So we're going to add them in here. So I'm going to use 2 reds for the 2 reds. No, they're 2 yellows. They're going to make red. So 2 yellows will make red, and then a yellow and a red will make light green. So we'll do a couple of those, and then a yellow and a light green will make orange, and then a blue and blue will make cyan. So there we have that full layout to get all the different types and different colors for these 3, for lilies, daisies and hyacinths. Now we do need to add the orange ones in over here because they need bees to make the blue ones. Oh, this placement is a bit off, isn't it? There we go. Got it. Alright, so that is going to do a possible 0 mundane. It depends on how many flowers you have around your bees, what time of day you water, and if your island is laggy as well can affect it. So yeah, just be mindful of that. And another layout for bees that I'll show you. I can use my red and white daisies. Is this one over here. Now this one just means that I can put all daisies here, just all daisies, and I don't have to worry about having anything else spawn around it or having to worry about having it too close. It's just all got the spacing in here, which means that I can just do all of the one flower. So you could do all of the cyan or all of the orange hyacinths as well. You could do it in this layout. And bees can reach 17 blocks from their hive, so they'll reach out in this direction and up and down, any direction. And yes, they will go through walls and floors and glass and any blocks to get to a flower if they want to. So you can't contain them. They will go through things if there is a flower within 17 blocks. So keep that in mind as well when you're building your flower farms, and if you're trying to enclose your bees, it won't work if you've got flowers within 17 blocks. Alrighty, that is those layouts. So that covers our bee layouts, and it covers this 0 mundane layout. So what other one I wanted to show you was this one. It's a very basic and kind of like if you're just starting out and you've only got like a heap of red lilies or a heap of yellow daisies, you could do this with, and you can just add it in like this. Very simple, very easy, and you can do that one, and that will give 0 mundane as well. Okay, so I'm just going to go through and water all of these so that we can have a look at the result, and we'll come back in a few minutes and check it out. So we'll go and see in a few minutes what we come up with in this farm. And now I'm not obviously watering those because pretend bees are not going to fertilize them. So if you come over here, you will see that we have all my combinations are here set out easy. Come in, check them out, take screenshots, make notes, whatever you like is fine. And in this small layout here, it shows that you can use one non-fertile with a fertile. So you can only water the fertile, so you can only water this one. You can't water this one, but that's fine because this one here is the one that produces anyway. Alright, I'm going to come back in a few minutes and check out the farm when it all spawns in. Okay, so now we can see all of our flowers have spawned in and they are all in color, so that is awesome, amazing. And okay, so that's it for this one, and hopefully you guys could follow along and it wasn't too confusing. And good luck with all your flower farming, and thanks for watching. I will see you next time.